1, 2. T-O-M. Teachers of Maat. Who am I today? The scribe, been forever, but the name changes with the times. I come from a place where space is home. I go into realms where your face is gone. A change gon' come. As a teen, hypnotized deep in a sleep, party and slumber. 11 life path number, a life of death that's rebirth. Recall realities to reemerge. Soul purge. I'll lend you frequency like loan words. Before I teach, I'll spit a poem first. Step on stage, set the stage, car walking, set ablaze, divine fire. The body is divine attire, sewn from words. Sound frequency, awakening dreams. Don't pinch me every day I wake up, it's a home birth. Start from zero to become the heroes. Cycles of time causes expansion of mind. Potential is exponential. Gain XP, what your power made of. I've had to face self-face to fate, a double fate. What will I make of the present? I'm just trying to pet heaven. Twice great, 2 arms up is none to wave. It's nothing to wave. God separate the waters from the waters. Genesis 1 and 6. See, that source is thousands of years prior to a Bible even existing. It's called the Pet, word for heaven. Watchers of noon, primordial, pre-ordered, bringing order in order. It's law the scales will represent. A double gift, read present, Ray is present. Ra, amen to the God inside. The crown will glow as consciousness grows. So what assignment are you on? Doubles. Bodies from walking. I do my best to do my best. Lead with the left, heart out my chest. By step out of the flesh. On my crown is the Nemes, Corona shining. I do my best to do my best. Lead with the left, heart out my chest. By step out of the flesh. On my crown is the Nemes, Corona shining. Serpent mind winding in alignment. Straight from Orion, the origins. Dig into the root, Kemp originals. The oracle speaking. Your aura is gleaming. The sons of God, Amen Ra. Who can't afford a reason to fall below your own means, meaning reaching beyond the firmament ceiling. I see linguistics tricking us deep into sleeping. The way we live inception, I must be dreaming. Doubles, double L, square root, mirrors, reverse the image. My grip is slipping. Almost forgot the point of the mission. Statement, point out all the contradictions. Blatant, truth lives where my eye is foundation. Yeah. Co-founded a nation, dictionary, study, spells can be scary. Etymology, this here is completion. Cycle circles, dualism, wisdom. I peddle flowers, 2 eyes are watching to see through the double realm I'm healing. Never out of what's within him, infinite reasons. Just like my brother Arcad, always remain calm against demons. Death culture, to be alive here, it's a lie here. They crossed us into thinking that death isn't living. The lies are falling through my palms, arm wide, holes in my hand. The Pope's in command, I demand the throne back. Ancient teachings, I'm a throwback. Picture that, see this moment here is cold that. So black, I see through lies, why they hold that. Ocean motions, I'm flowing through noon in the boats of consciousness. My tongue is rolling, planting seeds, sowing, Neo speaking, untangled quantum DNA, spitting frequencies. I hear Christians scream hallelujah, and this ain't that the name of God is God. I must bring the order back, the scales are tipping. In the court of Allah, moonshine, Tehuti is Yah. This here is Ptah, bulldozing, the one chosen. Focus, when the light hits you, just open like lotus. Melt your mind when in mind time is frozen. Blow minds, my mind is golden. Coat me in gold, I've got a gold coat round me like I'm Tutankhamun. Like his, when you spell my name, put 3 lines in. Scribe, presenting the law's findings. Who's he? I'm me, an echo of Tehuti. Yes, I do my best to do my best. Lead with the left, heart out my chest. By step out of the flesh. On my crown is the Nemes, Corona shining. We do our best to do our best. keep on moving. Keep. I had to relearn what a brother is. I had to relearn what a sister is. I had to relearn what a mother is. There is no other him. Watch your mouth, fix your lips. I am learning to compartmentalize what I find with my mentals. I could have been labeled mental voices in my head. If I speak to the wrong one, I'll be diagnosed schizophrenic. Creating pollution you can't escape from. We're Captain Planet. Where's Captain Planet? And it's exactly how they planned it. It's insanity, stayed in a state of sanity. But I'm the scribe, keep a record on the record. I break records. This, that, Medu, Neteru, Echo, living, lively, times 3, Trinity. We are not the same, not even similar. Plant the seed, a man receive excellence, adoration, testaments, evaluation, literally. The love is real, yet they be hating. Salutations, I wait to master patience. Acting lackadaisy on your facts, I'm back by conscious beings. I am free, can't lock the wings in. The diction is firm, call me men. A man, 3 in 1, erection, protection, firm. Spitting life into who I speak to like sperm. Creation is aid whom I earned. The right to fully see it through. The heart as I rise through. Manu, Akut, lost it when I had to find you. I'm through, times 2, dualism, we will align soon. As I meditate in my room, it becomes a space of pure truth aligned with my art. Verbiage a sign for more than the 2 eyes. I can see the veil underneath that other veil. Focus when I am locked in. I don't need a cell. Tell me you don't see the trap. Tower power over enemies, frozen over hell, reversing spells. Fell from the skies, the body is disguised. If you needed a sign, well this is it. I hope you read between the lines, left, right. After the first step, I write what's left in me. This is destiny, keep on moving, especially if you find blockage. No amount of pushback will stop this. This will get capped in stone, they cannot top this. Pyro, fire, Va is my attire. Inspire the ones chosen, the ones open, the ones spoken. From times when life was once spoken. Enchantments, Nesu, double tongue in motion. Give, receive, keep moving and move for keeps. Keep it real, keep the master key. I had to master me. Mirror glass shattered in my dreams. I didn't like the image till I realized I am the image of the image. I'm here for keeps, keep your distance. Social gimmicks, our stories told within the hieroglyphics. Mystics, just keep on living, we're gifted. Our stories told within the hieroglyphics. A language living, just keep on living. Keep on moving. Keep on moving. Keep on moving. Keep on moving. Keep. I had to relearn what a brother is. I had to relearn what a sister is. I had to relearn what a mother is. There is no other him. Watch your mouth, fix your lips. Yeah, motivate a nation. Stepping out the spaceship, causing a spaceship. Faced with revealing the spells within this matrix from the Masons. But I'm the architect, best respect, I can architect. Rule your rulership, I hold the heck. Control my thoughts, still move when the game is paused. We speak heck up, this is the best of Medu Neteru, bars like Wi-Fi, we're connected. Always on time, frequency and flow through frequency. I know the power I hold in my throat. Creation, destruction, with every single thing I've spoke. Enter, Neteru, Kurt, show your worth. Heal from all the hurt, not a singer, best believe I hold a note. Read between the lines, you're not really lost in that. I hope you find exactly what you are looking for. This is more than words, taught myself to heal myself. I come from the dirt, no time for slacking or bad habits. Sad tactics of bringing mad tragic mental processes that lack passion. Spit fire, black dragon, school of hard knocks, send you backpacking. My eyes, when this appears, it's like magic. The fact is, when it's wartime, we go savage. Shield of armor 720, prevent backstabbing all the fiends of good-hearted beings. They don't suit the role, they lack the fashion. So just keep on moving. Keep on moving. Keep on moving. Keep. I had to relearn what a brother is. I had to relearn.
Hotep, can you hear me? Peace and love.
Hotep, peace.
Hotep, peace and love, great brothers. Peace and love. Welcome to the House of Aten Study Guide Sunday. Ancient Tehuti and Teachings of Neteru presents Reunion, Reliving the Memories of the Neteru. Before I introduce everyone on the panel, we will begin as we do every week with our beautiful affirmation. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Unki and Maat, Un NS, Nintet or Set and Maat, Min Hepapet and Maat, Her in Hu Kui, Per Ikut. I live for Maat. I exist within her. I do not speak in the place of Maat. Every day I advance towards Maat. My being is surrounded in darkness. I come forth as conscious light. Peace and love. Hotep, Hotep, I can hear the sounds now, good brother. Welcome, everybody. I am ETH Maat. I am the esteemed steward of the venerable house of Aten. As a devoted disciple of the master teacher, the illustrious Tehuti Hotep Ra, I proudly undertake the role of the sagacious host for the weekly gathering within the sacred halls of the house of Aten. Here we delve into the profound teachings that illuminate the path of Maat. In the sacred sanctuary of the house of Aten, I guide fellow seekers on a journey of enlightenment and understanding, drawing from the wellspring of ancient wisdom. Our gatherings are profound explorations into the depths of truth, meticulously deciphered through the lens of ancestral artifacts and the profound teachings bestowed upon us by the great Tehuti Hotep Ra. My commitment to the pursuit of wisdom extends beyond the confines of our weekly gatherings. As a true-hearted devotee of truth, I strive to embody the essence of Maat in all aspects of life, expressing unwavering love for my people. My soul resonates with the harmonious frequencies of the metal Neteru. I stand as a loyal guardian of Maat, steadfast defending the sacred principles that govern our existence within the house of Aten. Next, we have the great general Ahati Maat. Ahati Maat was taught under the great Tehuti Hotep Ra. He has been a serious student and teacher of Kemetic culture and history for several years. He has written multiple books, including the textbook called Journey of Your Soul series, essays, and articles. Furthermore, he hosts in-person and online classes, weekly podcasts, and periodically creates documentaries. He also has experience in public speaking and academic debating, and he is responsible for the creation of this study guide. Next, we have the mighty scribe, Ptah Aten Tehuti, is a representative of the Neteru. He has been searching for the source since a young man and has now found it with Maat and the guidance of Saba Tehuti, who gave him his name to be a reflection of him as Aten Tehuti. As he continues to dig and implement his studies to create the highest quality of presentations with factual information to teach his people, he also creates sound vibrational tones to heal the soul and break the spells of negative hypnosis. He uses sound vibration and conscious thought to recreate the mindset of the Neteru. And our presenter for the night, the mighty Menkhu Meri Maat, is a student and master teacher of the Saba Tehuti Hotep Ra and a follower of Maat. Menkhu is the head, the festival's organizer of the House of Aten, cultural enlightenment advisor and teacher, developer of the Pathways of Awakening, a director and producer of documentaries, a researcher of ancient civilizations, and a researcher of the knowledge of spells. Welcome, everybody, to the House of Aten. Peace and love.
Peace and love, everyone. Hotep, great brothers. Tefrim Maat wrote a beautiful introduction for yourself. That was phenomenal, great brother. I thought I was in a poetry slam for a second. I was like, that brother's going in. Beautiful, beautiful introduction. Great reflection of what you represent. So excellent job with that. Hotep, everyone, for being here in the House of Aten. Another wonderful pathway to awakening that the great Heb Maat, Menkhu Meri Maat, beautifully bestowed upon us, the pathways to awakening. And we are here to, again, be a reflection of the great Saba Tehuti and breaking these matrices that exist, that all of us are in, whether we know it or not. So Hotep, peace and love. Welcome everyone in the chat. Oxafek, I see you the first one in the building. He says Hotep Maat Meri Aut. Hotep to you. The great brother Menkhu says, peace, star lights. Hotep, Spider Face 666. I like that name, good brother. He says first. Well, first is the third. That's 1 and 3. 3 comes from 1. The Magical Magician says Ashe. I like that name too, the Magical Magician. So I like that. Peace to you. And Minty Hotep says Hotep Maat, House of Aten. Hotep to you, great sister. And we have the wonderful moderator of the House of Aten, Primordial Thought 9, who is the single-handedly the moderator for our channel, and he's the one who posts out all of our links for you all to show support for the House of Aten, and it's also pinned to the top of the chat for you all to support what we do. And anything that we bring forth, he'll be posting all the links to the website, to the Discord community, everything that we have going. This great brother here is the bridge for you all to us. So Hotep to you, great brother, Primordial Thought 9. So before I pass the mic to the great brother Menkhu Meri Maat and let him do what he does so beautifully, I just want to run through a couple announcements and give a shout out to everyone that's also watching on Rumble. We stream simultaneously on Rumble as well. This is our second platform that is YouTube is very restrictive in a lot of different things. So this is our backup channel, and also a channel that we utilize that we may just do certain shows on Rumble depending on what the show is, if it's suitable for YouTube or not. If not, then of course we'll do it on Rumble and we'll let you all know. So make sure that everyone is subscribed to our platform on Rumble. And yeah, it's a beautiful platform. There's a lot of great creators over there. So stepping outside of just YouTube, there's some great platforms with some great creators where you can get some great information. All right, next I want to show Saba Tehuti's Meru Neteru Monday classes. This is a class that he offers to all of us. And it's just a free will donation of at least $20 to get into the class. And if you can't be there live, then you can get the recording of the classes as well. We're over 60 classes in, and each and every one of them are just a continuation of the pod class, just a more intimate setting. He answers questions. He can answer questions more directly, just per voice. You know, there's something, you know, his what he does in the pod class is that's a complete master class of showing you all what he has already in his mind and just breaking it down step by step. And he does that for the Meta Netter class as well, but he'll also just explain some answers to us. So it's a different dynamic than the pod class. So make sure you all also are in this class as well and getting the recordings. Some very powerful rituals of light that he provides to us. All right, and House of Aten is also allowing anyone to come forth. If you have a business that you run, we will promote you and we will help to get you out there. This is one thing that the House of Aten wants to provide for all of the people of Maat and all of the great business owners. So if you own a business, reach out to us and we can definitely do some work and help to put you out there. You know, put your links out there, showcase some of your what you do. So definitely reach out to us at houseofaten.org. And we also allow for the creatives, the ones who, the poets, the storytellers, the ones who do music, the dancers, the actors, the poets, the ones who play instrumentation, anything that has to do with creativity. We are wanting you all to come forth, and we want to showcase you. We want to give you adoration for the creativity that you bring, and especially when it reflects Maat. So this is something that we offer to each and every person who is watching this and is a part of this right now. So take advantage of this and be sure to utilize all of the platforms that we have for each and every one of you. Okay, so you can just go to houseofaten.org and message me there. All right, and Discord. We also have a beautiful Discord community. That link is in the chat. Hit the Discord link, come on over, be a part of that. We have monthly meetings every single month. That is just a family gathering and a great space for everyone who's on this journey to come together at a single point and express tones that comes from your heart, from your ETH. And we support each other. So it's a wonderful platform here. I also host Wisdom Wednesday classes. I host a class for free for all of the House of Aten members. So if you want to become a member of the House of Aten, you can join this class for free, and I only offer it to the members. The Maat Wisdom Wednesday classes, and it's another beautiful class that is transforming into just a beautiful space of growth and elevation, in a place where we study the laws of Maat that guide your walk and helps to assist you in your journey and achieving that which you want to achieve in your lifetime. So these are very beautiful classes. I all of the great members who come out, Henu to you, who support this class and take the time to come in and get into the energy of the ancient scribes, the Seba'it writings, and be a part of that class. Okay, so just again, houseofaten.org to become a member, support and come within our movement, and it's just a beautiful thing. So HOTEP to all of the great members. And lastly, before we proceed, this is how you support the House of Aten. We are a movement which is built on reciprocity, which is what Ma'at is a representation of, right? And the Maka'it, which is the scales, right? That which is what we use to balance and keep things even. And so we are doing so much behind the scenes, and as you all also see that we bring forward, we're very tight-knit group of brothers behind the scene doing a lot of work, and we appreciate all of the support that each of you provide for us, and it helps us to achieve the idea and the thought process of bringing together great like-minded brothers and sisters under one thought process of Ma'at, through love and attention and through love and reciprocity. And so this is what we do. We give each other adoration. You won't find no arguing here. You won't find no isfet, negative, chaotic debates going on here. You won't find none of that. You'll just find straight teachings and building. We've done enough destroying as a people overall, but here we're here to build. So this is one way for each of you to play your part. In the most simplest form is to support via the Cash App or the PayPal. And we also have an Ethereum wallet. If you all have an Ethereum wallet, you can find that at houseofaten.org/donate. So what the great brother is going to present today, Menkhu Meri Maat. Be sure that you let this great brother know that you support what he's doing and what he's bringing forth by supporting the class. So HOTEP and Henu, to all the great people, we appreciate each and every one of you. It's just a beautiful thing. So I'm going to showcase, of course, like I do every single week, the support that comes in throughout the week. So some of you send in support if you watch a class or if you just want to support. Some of you send in support prior to coming to the class, and we definitely want to showcase that. Okay, and give our adoration to each and every one of you who play your part in keeping our scales balanced. All right, so first we'll start with the good brother Robert E. Williams Jr., who sends 2072 for On the Strength, support for the House of Aten. Peace and love, good brother. Tua, a very consistent supporter. Very, very consistent supporter who I appreciate, who we all appreciate here at the House of Aten. All of the great supporters, and he's one who's very consistent. So Tua, great brother. Tua, for leading by example in the way that you do. Okay, peace and love. All right, next we got two from one of the great members of the House of Aten, who sends in his Tua Ishin for the House of Aten. That is the name of our membership. Our support is Tua, which means adoration, and of course mixture with two Ishin. So Tua Ishin, he sends in $10, $5 here, and $5 here. So let's get his great brother a round of applause. To our great brother Big Vapes. And next we have Nookpoo, who sends in 333 for Aten, Henu, Ikiru, Neterus, Ma'akaru, Maat. Yes, this is another great brother who consistently supports many times. So Henu to you, good brother, and for the energy you also bring, as well as what you the tones that you bring forth in the Discord as well. Those are always very much appreciated, great brother, and Tua for your aku. All right, and that is the support for prior to this show, and I look forward to seeing the support for after the show of great brother Menkhu, Meri, Maat, who always brings forth fire presentations. This one I expect to be no different. Reunion, reliving the memories of the Neteru, presented by Menkhu, Meri, Maat. And as he does, he always gives me a concept and an idea for his thumbnails. And we bring them to life. And that's what we do here at the House of Aten. We bring ideas into manifestation in real life. So, again, this is a beautiful thing that we're putting together for you all. So I'll pass the mic to the great brother Menkhu, Meri, Maat, who's in the temples ready to teach like he always is. Peace, great brother. Hotep. I know he said his internet's a little choppy.
Give me 1 second.
So we may have to. There you go.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Yeah, you're moving like a glitch in the matrix.
Give me 1 second. Let me just I'm trying to get this in.
Okay, excellent. All right, so as we wait for the great brother Menkhu, yeah, let's I hope you all was a part of the podcast last night, Saba Tehuti's podcast, another matrix breaking powerful class, breaking down the difference between beer in ancient times and beer today, which a lot of I've personally heard a lot of brothers utilize to validate the drinking of beer to the ancients did it as if it's the same thing. So I'm glad that that question was asked, and Saba Tehuti came in and showed the difference between emmer wheat and the powerful healing properties of emmer wheat that went into the beer of ancient times versus today. So that was a very powerful class, as they all are, and brought out the that beautiful viper, the albino viper, had the red eyes. Saba Tehuti is just phenomenal. So I hope you all went to check that out. If not, support him as well. The Tehuti podcast. There's nothing like this that's being done. Period. There's a lot of people who do a bunch of different things, and shout out to everyone who does what they do. But one thing that we done here and within our first year of inception is to bring everyone together in a physical environment, right? To bring this, what we're doing on the internet, physically, to where we all set a location and we came forth and we got to build and communicate and give each other adoration in person. And that's what we're here to do. And that's why we give so much adoration to our supporters, because that you all are what allow this to happen. It's a group collective. Everyone has a part to play. And as long as everyone plays that part, we can truly build something that's forever lasting, like the ancestors and like they teach us to do. So we're just reflections of the Neteru, reflections of the ancient ancestors who taught us through the Seba'it by saying, follow what we did and you will achieve success. And that comes from the maxims of Ptah HOTEP, to follow that which the first ancestors gave to them. So the ancient ones in the times were just following the instructions that was given to them by the first ancestors, which are the Neteru. So that is why everything that you see between the House of Aten, Saba Tehuti's pod class, everything that's up under the umbrella of the House of Aten is of the highest echelon of level, because that's how our ancestors was, and we are they live through us. So it's just a beautiful environment to be a part of, and we appreciate each and every one of you. Hotep Maharu, welcome. Nefer Keperet, welcome to the wonderful secretary of the House of Aten, Nefer Keperet. Peace to you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this class. How you feeling? Great, brother. Atef Rim Kim Maat.
Hotep, peace and love. Feeling great, brother. Feeling great.
Oh, you sound a little maybe me. Hold on. It's a little quiet.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, there we go. Getting a little better.
What about now?
We're gonna learn them buttons.
Yeah,
there we go. There we go.
Hey, listen. I don't even know what a moderator is. I don't even know what I could do. I just know
you can post links, and you can any ISFET comes in. And the great thing about what I love YouTube has done now is they gave a 24-hour timeout. They used to just give I think 10-15 minutes tops. Now it's 24 hours. So I love that.
Hours I could block them.
Yeah, it's not a block them, it's just to put you in timeout. So you can put someone in timeout if the ISFET comes.
Yeah, you gotta give me I need a moderator, a little class, a little brief run through, because I was messing with it yesterday. But yeah, it's a promotion, and yeah, I'm just trying to play my part, good brother. As we all should, wherever we're at, we all have a role to play as representatives of the Neteru, and striving to be the best that we could be. Because it's a process, and it would appear that we're losing. When you look around, it almost looks as if we're losing, but we're actually not. We're actually winning because of us, because of our teacher, and because of the Neteru. Maat is real. These aren't just principles. There's very many laws and energies and things that play a role in making up everything that we do, say, are, eat. Everything has a origin, and yeah, I'm grateful to be where I'm at, to be playing the role that I'm playing in representing the Neteru. So yeah, I went and rewrote my little bio. Yeah,
that was a big bio. There wasn't nothing little about that bio. I felt like I was in a temple when you was reading that. I'm like, this great brother is fantastic with the words.
It's trying to upgrade. I got a new mic. I don't know if you could tell the difference. I can't hear. Like, I can't tell if it's different or not, but I got a new mic, just striving, just studying, studying, striving, and just trying to stay in the frequency that we're supposed to be in, because it is so easy to get distracted, man. There's so many distractions out there that this frequency here is real, and this is the frequency that we're supposed to be in. Us right here, though, because it is a choice. So, you know, like I say, we all have a choice to what we support. You support the ISFET, or you support, you know, truth and Maat. So, you know, as a loyal defender of Maat, good brother, you look crispy clear, brother. I don't know what you did, but you look way clearer. But, you know, as loyal defenders of Maat, you know, we all have a role to play. So brick by brick. Mic check, Menkhu.
What's up? Can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah, you sound good, brother.
Peace. Wonderful, wonderful. Peace.
You ready, good brother?
What's going on with this internet?
Yeah, you was
Yes, I
8K
think we're ready.
7 seconds.
Say that again. Say that again.
So you was 8K for about 7 seconds, and you got a little bit choppy again.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I'm ready now. I think the internet is cooperating right now.
Okay, great. All right, the floor is yours, great brother.
HOTEP. Peace, everybody. We will get started. Yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me present my screen. Let me see. Wait 1 second. Let's do.
Everyone hit the like button. Hit that button.
Push the button. Come on. Push the button.
HOTEP. Let's see. Can everybody see my screen okay?
Yes, we can see you, good brother. Reunion.
HOTEP. Peace. Quick question, Brother Atef or Brother Ani. The link in the chat says Minty HOTEP. It's part EE to Aken Amun in the form of KHONSU. What is that?
Minty Hotep asked, she said, my avatar got upgraded, and on YouTube, for the ones who join the membership on YouTube,
yes,
you get these beautiful avatars. So first month is Tutankhamun as well, but when you get to the third month, it changes. So it's a statue of Tutankhamun who is in the form of the Neteru KHONSU.
Okay,
and I put the link to the statues.
Okay, beautiful. I was curious. When I get in my presentation, we'll go back. We'll come back to that. I'm really curious about. Think this might be a synchronicity of what's about to happen. Anywho, peace and love to the chat. Peace and love to the brothers on the panel. I don't know. It's so interesting to everything that's happening, this energy that we're in, and my presentation, my cultural observation, how this name came about, and what I'm about to share. Reunion, reliving the memories of the Neteru. Man, I want to give a kiss to Ani Ptah for the thumbnails and his contribution to this presentation. I hope everybody's going to enjoy this, but let's just dive right in. So the premise of my presentation is for us to be in alignment with Saba, to be in alignment with each other, to be in alignment to how the culture has shifted. When culture shifts, power is transitioned, and also returning to source. This is the realm that we're about to enter in. So in this session, as the head of the HOA, I will share cultural observations that I have been noticing. So I want to say again, Tua to Atef and Ani for choosing important historical artifacts and the stories that we've been reading over the last couple months. Recently, we have devoted time to reading stories about our history. We don't know our history, and we have not been introduced to these stories. There's more. We don't know, as the followers of Maat, we need to know more about the followers of Maat and the Neteru who built Kemet. And so in my cultural observation, we're going to get into the Neterus, the Neters and the Neterts, just to learn more about them. Because in these stories, more and more in your individual studies, and the more we are, in the energy of Saba Tehuti, the more we're being introduced to different Neteru. And so I feel like their stories are very important. So let's get reintroduced to our ancestors. Welcome to the House of Aten. And so I've shared this previously in my presentations, and I think this is just good foundational information. So in the chapter of the divine or mighty Neter, the Neteru, who created himself, this is talking about Re, Ra, who made the heavens and the earth and the breath of life and fire and the Neters and men and beasts and cattle and reptiles and the fowl of the air and the fish, who is the king of men, and Neteru, who exists in one form, to whom periods of 120 years are as single years, whose names by reason of their multitude are unknowable, for even the Neters know them not. This is from page 43 from the Legend of the Egyptian Gods, or the Egyptian Neteru. So this is from the Etymology Dictionary. Re, word forming elements meaning back, back from, back to the original place, also again, anew, once more, also conveying the notion of undoing or backward, etc. See sense evolution below, 1200 from Old French re, and directly from Latin re, and inseparable prefix meaning again, back, anew, against. Saba touches on re being repeat, to repeat. The many meanings of the notion of back, give, re, its broad sense range, a turning back, opposition, restoration to a former state, transition to an opposite state, from the extended sense, and again, re becomes repetition, there it is, of an action. And in this sense, it is extremely common as a formative element in English, applicable to any verb. OED writes that it is impossible to attempt to complete record of all the forms resulting from its use, and adds that the number of these is practically infinite. But that's interesting. So yeah, we're gonna have this is gonna be a remix or a re-party that we're gonna delve into. So since we are exploring reunion, this is the etymology for the word union. Early 15th century action of joining one thing to another, also agreement, accord, also state of matrimony from Anglo-French union, Old French union, 12th century, from late Latin unium, nominative unio, oneness, unity, a uniting, also in Latin meaning a single pearl or union, from unus, one, from pi roots, no, one, unique. Sense of action of uniting into one political body is a test from 1540s, meaning group of people or states, is from 1650s, short for trade union. It is recorded from 1833. U.S. political sense is a test from 1775, used especially during the Civil War in reference to the remainder of the United States after the Southern Cession. And so I'm gonna kind of explore all the things that Ray is in union with. So I'm very early in my journey in Maat, and I'm going to share what I have gathered. What made Kemet the greatest civilization was its alignment with Source. Re is the source. Alignment with Source is the formula at the center of all creation. Understanding this gave Kemet a relationship / advantage no other civilization or spirituality has yet obtained. And I'm gonna kind of explain this and share a little bit more of my cultural observation of the followers of Maat relationship with Re. So let me go back. People of the sun. This is the Neteru word for people, men and women. It's Abu. In a moment in time when I'm in complete resonance with Source, everything that was my past changes. And I shared a little bit of this yesterday or last night in the pod class when Brother ETH was sharing some thoughts he was having, which I definitely resonate with, and how it can be very frustrating knowing how certain people have renamed things, stole things, and just how the matrix works in general. And so we're in a very powerful position. We're in a very powerful energy, because as Saba is feeding into us in those moments, when we're coming back to our true identity, as we're being transformed, as we're in complete resonance with Source, everything that was our past is changing, right? Our relationship with the matrix is not the same. Our relationship with our ancestors, all of that has changed. Our understanding of teaching and education, all of that has changed. Things that we thought were true are no longer true anymore. So this realignment, this alignment with Source, this reunion has changed everything. And that's the realm that we're gonna go into in my cultural observation. So kind of one of the concepts, or one of the realities that we are gonna explore is, are you in union like Re is in union? So I have this picture of what this is about to shift. So what we know as the planets, what we've been taught about the solar system, all of that is starting to change my understanding of these things. And some of you who are, who've been in the knowledge and who are researchers, and this isn't new information. I was just sharing it as I'm processing it. So a lot of this information won't be new information to some people, but to the people who this is new information, it's a pleasure for me to share. So it's like mind-boggling. The Romans, the Greeks, and the Matrix, the things that they do and they try to claim, and the information that they teach. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Roman mythology and the planets. So the planets and the solar system is something that most people learn about at school and then push this knowledge to the back of their minds. Even so, most people can probably name the 8 planets of our solar system, and many will recognize the link between most of the names in English and Roman mythology. The naming of the celestial bodies is today given over to the International Astronomical Union, and traditionally the names of these bodies have been linked to Roman and Greek mythology, building upon observations made in antiquity. In our solar system alone, though, there are almost 700,000 recognized bodies, and whilst only a small fraction of these have been named, there is a finite number of Greek and Roman mythological names that can be used. Hence, in recent years, other mythological names, Shakespearean characters, and names from popular cultures have been also used. So I'm going to share some of the names that the Neterus use, because it's just interesting that how people that came after our ancestors decided that they could just put names on things and just try to claim and own things, and actually it's misinformation. And so the names, this information that I'm going to be sharing with you is from the E.A. Wallis-Budge dictionary. And so these are the names that our ancestors and the Neterus had for the so-called planets. And so Sabako, this is the planet Mercury. And so these are names that the Neteru had for the planet Mercury. Sebek was the name for the planet Mercury Neteru was. And so these are the glyphs and the symbols that they used. And then for Mars, Heru Teshur, the red Horus, the planet Mars. Saba, Ahati, Tacha, Pet, the planet Mars, the planet that moved onwards and retreated. He is also called the red Horus. So Jupiter, the name the Neterus used, because we know that our ancestors were the masters of studying astronomy and the stars, and their relationship with nature was very profound. And so these are the names that we should be using instead of the names that the Romans and the Greeks give us. Heru Upshet is one of the names for the planet Jupiter. Heru Saba Res, Horus, star of the south, i.e. Jupiter. Heru Sheta Taui is another name for Jupiter. And so this beautiful living language, as we are learning from our teachers, from our master teacher, Saba Tehuti and Ani Ptah, we're learning, right? We're taking baby steps, and we're rediscovering our family and our language and our true identity. Saba Shama is the planet Jupiter, called also the traveling star. Smet Resti is another name for Jupiter. Venus, Bennu, the bird Neter, sacred to Ra and Asar, and the incarnation of the soul of Ra and the heart of Asar. Venus as a morning star was identified with him. Bennu was self-produced, and the bird appeared each morning at dawn on the Persea tree in the Anu. The Greeks connected it with the phoenix. Ptah, Bennu, Asar, traveling Bennu of Asar, a title of the star Venus. Pi Neter Tual, the god of the planet Venus. He had a man's head and a hawk's head. Neter Tuot, Neter, star of the morning Venus. Later forms are these different glyphs. Siu Uati, the planet Venus as a morning star. Siut, Saba, T'Chak. The planet Venus, other names are Tuat, the planet Venus as a morning star. Ater, this is the Meta-Neter word for the belt of Orion. Anep, the third quarter of the moon, one of the 7 stars of Orion. Abesh, one of the 7 stars of Orion. And so I believe one of my motivations for these cultural observations, and over the next couple sessions that I will be sharing, we're going to go deeper into nature and Ray's relationship with these different elements of nature. So one of the things I believe in my next session, I'm going to delve into the Milky Way and learning more about the Milky Way and what was the Neteru's description of these galaxies and these stars and these sections of the universe. Part of me do not believe the name is the Milky Way. I think this is something these people made up. And so in our relationship with Ray and the planets, I'm going to talk a little bit more about oxygen and the air that we breathe and the food that we eat. So plants need 3 main ingredients to make their food: water, carbon dioxide, and sunlight. Plants take up the water that they need from the soil through their roots. Carbon dioxide is a gas found in the air. Plants can take in this gas through tiny holes in their leaves. Once they have water and carbon dioxide, they can use energy from sunlight to make their food. The leftovers from making the plant food is another gas called oxygen. This oxygen is released from the leaves into the air. Take a look at the picture below to see this system in action. And so in this illustration, we see we see the sunlight beaming down to us, but also to the tree, which is no different than everything that comes from the earth that feeds us. And so we see this illustration of carbon dioxide, and we all know that oxygen comes from the trees that grow. And then underneath we see the water that is very necessary for the trees and the plants all to grow. And so this is super important because the oxygen that we're breathing, Ray is playing a very important part in this whole process. And so Ray is in union with everything that gives us life. And that is extremely powerful and extremely important. And so this reunion, this whole presentation is to give us a deeper understanding of how powerful Ray, so-called sun, is. And just the power of the energy that comes from Ray. So this leftover oxygen is really important because humans and other animals need this oxygen to live, which we breathe in from the air. When we breathe out, we release carbon dioxide into the air, which is then used by the plants to make their food, and the cycle starts all over again. This system is called the oxygen cycle. And so, when I was thinking about this very deeply, and I was thinking about not knowing the sun's part in creating the breath, the air that we breathe. Hopefully you can see that plants and the process that makes oxygen is important for the plant, but also for humans and other animals as well. What do you think would happen to the amount of oxygen available if we were to chop down all the trees? Do you think this would be good for humans and other animals? Obviously, very, very bad. The same would go for the sun. If the sun did not exist, I'm not sure that we could survive without the sun. So let's get reintroduced to our ancestors. Welcome to the house of Aten. So really quick, one of the brothers, can you maybe comment on what I've shared so far? I'll be right back.
HOTEP, can you hear me?
Yes.
HOTEP. Yeah, brother, I love the illustrations, and you showing how important Ra is in the development.
Wait,
Yeah, how important the development is, how important the sun is for our development and the development of life, period. Always love when you're showing the metal nature, the original symbols of our ancestors, because that's important. And I just want to talking about how important the sun is brother, they're gonna make us pay for water. They already make us pay for it. They're gonna make us pay for oxygen. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous the isfet and the chaos that they have us in, the colonizer has us in. And it's because we're not familiar with our culture. This is why I love culture. That's why when I started doing my presentations, that's what I named it, was about culture, because I was ashamed when Saba pointed out that, and it's true that we know more about the Incredible Hulk than we do about our own ancestors. I know more about the Incredible Hulk than I do about Heru Bahutep. And I just use that as an example because that was some of the isfet that was going on yesterday in the chat in the class. But the fact is that we're very unfamiliar with our history, period. So I'm glad that you're taking this time to reintroduce us to our ancestors, because it's very important. It's absolutely important, good brother.
HOTEP.
You back?
Yes, I'm back.
Yeah, I'm here for you, brother.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, I love it so far as well. Great brother Menkhu Ara. I love how you started, of course, with the etymology of Re, and showing how that that is Ra, and the reason why we use the word re to repeat is because that's what Ra does every day. If Re stops repeating, we stop breathing. So just to close off with the point you just said, absolutely.
Henu. Peace, great brothers. Okay, I'm ready. Let's get reintroduced to our ancestors, and there's so many Neterts and Neters, the Neteru. So the sustainability of these stories and learning about the different Neters and Neterts and their powers, we need to know and see those. So we see that in ourselves, and we understand our true identity, and we get reacquainted with our family so that we know who we are. As the head of the HOA, I will share cultural observations that I've noticed from this, a reading from the last MetaNetter class. And so I encourage you all to order the last MetaNetter class, not from last Monday because we didn't have a class, but the previous Monday. And so I'm just gonna, a little section of this, I'm gonna share from something that we received. And so, but I'm only sharing this to share where it led me to research further. And so Saba drops, he plants seeds, and from those seeds, I'm going to show you what fruits I was able to discover and water, and the synchronicity of everything that's happening in the HOA. So this is a very small section. I'm not going to source this because I want you to purchase the MetaNetter class. And for those who already have the MetaNetter class and did the reading, we'll see if you dove a little bit deeper into what you read. And if you haven't, because you might have read it and it might have led you on a path, and maybe you could share that with me. But I'm gonna just share with you all what was inspired from this reading from our master teacher, Saba Tehuti. So this says, I am Orion, and I touched on Orion earlier, the actual name, the metal name of Orion, who has reached his land by rowing, facing the brightening stars of the sky. In the belly of my mother Nut, she conceived me as she wished and bore me according to her heart's desire. I am Anubis on the feast day of the centipede. I am the white bull in the field. It is I, Asar, to whom his father and his mother sealed, dedicated this day when the great slaughter was made. Geb is my father, Nut is my mother. I am Horus, the firstborn on coronation day. I am Anubis on the day of the centipede. It is I, the Lord of all. I am Asar. Asar Sepa. Asar Sepa. Asar, the holy worm of the soul of Am. So when I read that, I was like, because I'm the Heb, right? So I love festivals. Y'all, anyone that in the HOA or anyone that in the chat, anyone that has watched our Sunday night study guide or watched the pod class, Tehuti's pod class, I love music, arts, culture, history. So I love festivals. I love culture. I love what those cultures, what different aspects of our culture and those festivals, the purpose of those festivals and what those meant for us. And the ceremonies were very important, and our traditions and how we related to each other as a family, how we operated in our realm, in our world. And so in reading that, I was like the centipede festival, what the feast, the day of the centipede. He said, I am Anubis on the day of the centipede. It is I, the Neb of all. I am Asar. So that led me to learning about Sepa. Sepa is the centipede god. Sepa, the centipede god, was a protective fertility deity whose worship began in the pre-dynastic period, century 6000 to 3150 BCE. As centipedes are venomous, Sepa was considered to have power over other venomous animals and could be invoked for protection against snake bites and scorpion stings. Sepa was sometimes referred to as the centipede of Horus, and the Book of the Dead also makes a connection between Sepa and Anubis. I am Anubis on the day of the centipede. I am the bull who presides over the field. I am Asar, for whom his father and mother sealed an agreement on that day of carrying out the great slaughter. Geb is my father, Nut is my mother. I am Horus, the elder of the day of ascension. I am Anubis of Sepa. I am the Neb of all. I am Asar. The ancient Egyptians could see that insects attacked dead bodies, but centipedes fed on the insects. And so they concluded that the centipede protect the people that were dressed up for coming forth by day or going to the Amduat. Centipedes were seen following earthworms, which improved the fertility of soil, leading to Sepa's association with fertility. He was honored with a festival from the Old Kingdom onward, and had his own temple at Heliopolis, where he was associated with protecting and watching over the Sahu form of Asar. So Sepa had a very important position in the family and preparing us for transitioning. And so I was like, when I just, it's like these breadcrumbs, or Saba will plant these seeds, or in this energy in my own individual study. These are the things that I am discovering and researching. So these are my cultural observation. And so over the time that we're learning about the Neteru, the Neters, and the Turks, these because we were all so connected. So I'm just giving like brief introductions of these Neters, Neterus, these Neturks, and so we'll revisit them. So, but I'm just starting off with introductions to our family. So at a family reunion, you might meet somebody in your family that you didn't even know that was part of your family. And so this is the beginning of that, and exploring the different Neteru. And so Saba mentioned KHONSU. I think if it wasn't last night, it may have been the pod class last week, where he said, we don't know the Neteru. And he mentioned KHONSU, and he mentioned the magical statue of KHONSU. He was like, you don't know the power of the magical statue of KHONSU. So that piqued my interest in wanting to learn more about KHONSU. So some of you may have heard of KHONSU, because I think the first time I even heard about this Neter was when Saba was on the Neter platform of the House of Consciousness, and he talked about Tehuti playing a game with KHONSU, and he won, which gave us an extra 5 days. And so here is a picture of KHONSU and a little information about KHONSU. And so this is a great question. I don't know if you guys caught that when Saba mentioned that in the pod class, but this is a great question for Saba. You should want to know about the power of the magical statue of KHONSU. If Saba's talking about it, it's pretty significant. It must have the heka of the magic, or the energy and the power that it possesses must be something substantial if he's talking about it. And so that would be a great question to ask Saba. But here's a little information I found from researching. But I'm a baby. I'm just learning. So I'm going to share this information that hopefully it inspires you to research and find out what you can find out about this Neter. And so this says, KHONSU's association with healing is connected with several miraculous events. In the story of the princess of Aten, and Kemettian king prayed to KHONSU to embody a statue in order to travel to Syria to heal a princess. The Neter agreed and entered the statue. The statue was sent to the princess. Because the sickness was caused by evil spirits, when it arrived, the statue was able to remove the spirits from the princess, healing her. And so I wanna learn more about this. I wanna learn and return to the power that we once possessed in our original state. KHONSU, as well as Tehuti, was involved in the reckoning of time. An appropriate activity for a Neter associated with the moon. He's the Neter associated with hour 8 of the day, but I didn't find any discussion on why particular Neters had particular hours in the book. His more general involvement in the reckoning of time, including influencing the gestation of humans and animals, which again fits well with an association with the placenta. And both he and Tehuti were believed to assign a fixed lifespan not only to people, excuse me, but to the Neteru as well. KHONSU was typically represented in anthropomorphic form, usually as a younger man wrapped in a sahu bandages or tightly fitting garment through his arms, though his arms may be partially or completely unrestrained. He is frequently depicted wearing his lunar symbol, which consists of the full lunar disk resting in a crescent new moon upon his head. However, in his role as divine child of Amun and Mut, he commonly wears the side lock of youth, even though he may also wear the curved beard of the Neteru. This is another Neter that I got really excited about, because like I said, for some reason, how I'm wired, maybe it's connected to, well, I guess where I'm at right now, but for all of my life, there's just been something really magical and powerful about culture, history, art, and music. So to the chat, has anyone heard of Ahi? Have you heard of KHONSU? The Neters that I've shared so far, put in the chat if you have heard of these Neters. I just kind of want to see who you guys are familiar with. Have you heard of Ahi? I love this picture.
Big Vape says KHONSU, yes.
Okay. Nice.
Minty HOTEP says, let's go Habu.
Okay. Okay.
Ahi, I haven't heard of him though.
Nice. Okay, let's get into Ahi.
Maharu says, I heard of KHONSU. Minty HOTEP says, I was rocking the braid last night, so yes.
Nice. Okay, gotcha. Beautiful. Okay, this is Ahi. This is another picture of Ahi. Does anybody see what he has in his hand? What is that? Put it in the chat if you know what is that in his hand. What is he holding?
Nefa Caparet said, I heard of KHONSU from a Disney Plus show they created about him.
Oh, yeah. It's really interesting how they take our ancestors and make different characters of them. Can y'all see who that is he's holding in his hand? What is that?
Big Vape says lotus plant. Minty says I've heard of Aya.
Okay.
Nefa Caparet says the show was called Moon Knight. Teach us, Menkhu, primordial thought.
Okay, peace, HOTEP. Peace to primordial thought 9. So let's get into Ahi. Ahi was a child deity in the pantheon of ancient Kemettian gods, or Neters, and Neterts. often depicted as a joyful young boy holding a sistrum. Who has a sistrum? Sistrum is an ancient musical instrument. He was the symbol of music, dance, and the joys of childhood. Ahi is the son of Hathor. Hathor is the Netert of love, beauty, music, and dance. And Horus, the Neter of the sky. Ahi inherited his parents' passion for music and merriment. This is very important because Ahi and our ancestors, they made sure that they were very responsible with their purpose and what they were doing and the messages that they were putting out and the influence that they had in the world. And so Ahi, his name translates to sistrum, the sistrum player, emphasizing his role as the divine embodiment of music and joy. So I want to ask a question to the chat and the brothers on the panel too. Do you feel like the current state of music that it brings you joy? Or
The current state of music, does it bring us joy?
does it bring you joy?
For me,
Specifically from our people.
from me, no, not specifically, no. It brings me, I'm disappointed now to see the progression of music for us. I don't listen as much as I used to because I don't enjoy it. I'm very specific as to what I listen to now. Yeah, that's my answer.
Beautiful, perfect. I agree. I have to, it's really interesting how me as a person that loves music, arts, culture, history, as far as the music, because I'm very curious. I'm always, I love the sound vibration. I love when it's good, it's powerful. And that's what I had become accustomed to, the music being a useful part of our culture. But everything, things are so different now. Everything is really, really changed. And so, yeah, oh my God, it's so weird. So anyways, Ahi's role, and I'm gonna share a little bit about his role in ancient Kemet. In ancient Kemet, music was an integral part of religious rituals, celebrations, and daily life. As the Neter, Ahi was the Neter of music. This is very important. Ahi played a significant role in these activities. He was worshipped in temples and at festivals where music and dance were central elements. And so it's just really, really interesting how we have no ownership of music that comes from us, that's supposed to be a part of our culture, but we don't own it. And so it's really interesting how I think it's being I think it's being destroyed actually, which is probably a good thing so it can be rebuilt. Because there is so much isfat and chaos in culture and music. It's pretty sad, like Brother Atef said.
Nookpoo says music is always good. There is bad music out there. It's like knowledge. You choose what you want to eat.
Absolutely. I agree 100%.
Primordial Thought says, I only enjoy listening to Ani, Ptah, Aten, Tehuti.
I know that's right. Yes.
Thanks.
Yes, yes.
Minty says, music makes me happy.
Beautiful. So, in the chat, can folks kind of share, Nook for Nook, what music are you listening to right now? And Minty Jose, who are some of your favorite artists that you're listening to right now? And anybody else in the chat too. What are you listening to that brings you joy? No judgment. I'm just curious. I'm very curious.
Okay, since we being honest and you put me on the spot, I'm listening to Honeycomb Brazy and Mozzie.
Okay, interesting. Okay, I don't know Honeycomb Brazy, but I know who Mozzie is. I do know who Mozzie is a little bit. Mostly I recognize Mozzie for his locks or his wicks. I haven't really dove into his music a lot, but I know who he is.
Oh man, you twisting my arm, so I'm listening to Mo 3.
Okay, interesting. Who's that? Who said Mo 3?
Little trap boy Freddie.
Wait, where are you reading this at? Am I behind on the chat?
No, I'm purifying myself, good brother.
Oh, you talking about you, Atef? I thought you
yes.
were the chat. Okay, I thought you was reading out of the chat. Okay, Mo 3. Okay.
I'm ashamed to say it. I'm shamed. I'm listening to BG. I'm gangstified. I'm sorry. I'm growing.
No, that's good. Like
as long as it ain't sexy red, we're okay.
No, it's no sexy red, but it's a whole lot of Honeycomb Brazy.
Okay, interesting. Okay, cool. What we got going on in the chat, Atef? Any what they saying?
Yeah, so Big Vape says Donnie Arcade, Wu-Tang, Nas, Jedi Mind Tricks.
Okay.
Nookpoo says The Last Dragon Glow. Minty Hotep says classical music on 24/7 in my kitchen.
Okay.
And Nefa Keparet says I am loving a group called Sacred Souls.
Okay.
Nookpoo says, oh no, Atef. Hey, look, brother, now you see my problem.
Oh my goodness. So let me see. Recently, it's kind of related to music. I've noticed Little Brother has been, they're on a podcast that the Roots have, and they have a documentary out about their career. And so I watched a little bit of that. And then I also noticed that Ninth Wonder has a documentary out called The Wonder Years that I want to watch. I have not watched it yet. And so in the little bit that I watched about Ninth Wonder, he teaches at Duke University, but he also teaches at another school in North Carolina. So I'm really interested in him teaching. He's teaching a class on hip hop history that I'm really interested in watching. Nipun said, you need that hymn to Aten, Atef. And then Amun Minre Sut Atum says, deep underground house music always. Interesting. Are you from Chicago? What was your introduction to house music? I'm from Chicago, so I'm familiar with house music. Some people may not be familiar with house music, but house music birthed in Chicago, and then it became this other thing in London and other parts of the world. So yeah, Amun Minra Atum, I would love to hear how you learned about, house music. Okay, California, okay, beautiful, beautiful. Awesome, wonderful. Minty HOTEP too. After my share, that would be wonderful if you came to the panel and tell us the story about what you shared in the Discord, if you would like. That was kind of magical. Okay, so I have a question. Does anybody remember when our master teacher Saba Tehuti he made a guest appearance on Neteru's platform, either Neteru channel or the House of Consciousness, and Saba's presentation was titled Kemetic Teachings in Modern Day Reality, and he showed, he talked about the law of attraction being a Kemetic concept, something that came from Tehuti, and he showed in the movie The Secret the pic of the images that they had, but they were like kind of trying to finesse and do it in a nonchalant way, and you could see this guy in the tombs, and he looked like he was writing. In the background there was a picture of Tehuti. Does anybody remember that? House of Aten is us returning to source, is what Tehuti, Saba Tehuti has been explaining to us. Tehuti and Maat is the origin of the law of attraction.
Yeah, we remember, good brother.
Beautiful. Cool. And I'm bringing that up because I want to share something with you guys. Here are some of the pictures that our Saba shared when he was on Neteru's channel, and you can see Tehuti in the background with the two Mers. One is facing up and one is facing down. Some people believe this to be the Star of David, which is not. It represents as above, so below. And so that is one of the pictures. And then you can see in this screenshot as well of Tehuti with the two Mers or Akus. And this guy, look at this guy's picture in the movie The Secret.
Is he the author of the Emerald Tablet? It looks like he's
Forbidden knowledge? Yeah, that's what I thought. What was that? That's forbidden knowledge? What's going on?
Look at that guy. Look at his eyes. This picture is hilarious. And so I'm going to share something with you guys that is a wonderful, powerful synchronization. Yesterday or last night in Saba's teaching, he shared when he was talking about the phantom, he talked about Ramesses. What was Ramesses II's family like? You guys remember he talked about that? And he talked about how many the wives of Ramesses II, and he talked about how many children he had. And that was pretty eye-opening. And so I discovered another artist that are using the images of Kemet and our ancestors in their music video. Can anyone name a music video that has Ramses, Nefertiti, Asar? This is a music video. This is from back in the day, but I don't know why. I had my presentation before Saba shared what he shared last night about Ramesses, but this video has images of Ramesses, Nefertiti, Asar, Heru, Anubis, and Tehuti in it. Does anybody, I'm not giving a lot of hints, but does anybody remember a video that had these images, these Neters, the Neterus, the Neterts in it? I'm not gonna give a lot of hints, but this, oh my God, Big Babes. That is crazy. Big Babes, you got it. How did I not see this? I don't know this is like mind blowing to me in my circle that Tehuti could be in the Michael Jackson. You guys knew this? Y'all are so smart. I must have been just hanging around the wrong people in my life, because back in the day, I didn't even know anything about Kemet, or I didn't know anything about Tehuti, who Tehuti was. Like, this is the 90s, right? So we talked about the 90s when this Michael Jackson video came out. But I was like, wow, like revisiting this, I don't know what made me watch this video. I guess the point of me watching the video was this whole thing about the family reunion and learning about the Neters. And of all places, I would not have guessed in a million years that Tehuti would be in a Michael Jackson video. Did everybody notice? Am I the last? Why am I the last one to notice, to know these things?
I'm bringing up the rear with you, good brother, because I don't remember it.
I'm going to show you a picture. Yes, I'm glad that I'm going to be able to share this with someone that did not see this. Aten Tehuti, when you have a chance, I would like to know if you knew this, if you saw this. Because how did I not see this? I was a fan of Michael Jackson. Growing up, my mom with my family, Michael's one of the biggest artists in the world. Thriller is one of the biggest selling records in the world. And so Nefer Keperet said, okay, cool. I don't remember seeing it. Minty said MJ had a snub wrapped around him. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I'm not gonna play the videos. I'm not gonna play the whole video. Maharu said, yeah, but what did he say? I told remember Tehuti? Yeah, but I don't remember Tehuti. Cool. Let me show y'all. I took a screenshot. So here's Anubis and Heru. So in the video, y'all go back and watch the video and see what you will notice in the video now that I'm bringing it up. And so in the, I don't know, Amani's in the video playing Nefertiti, and Eddie Murphy is playing Ramesses in the video. And so can you guys see in the background on the left-hand side, can you see that image? Very faintly in the back, you can see Tehuti in the background. Let me just see something really quick. That's so weird. Anyways, yes. So very faintly, you can see Tehuti in this Michael Jackson video. So they all want to be a superstar like Ray. And so over the next couple sessions that I facilitate, we will delve deeper into learning about our ancestors, learning about the Neteru, and learning their purpose and various aspects of these Neters and Neteru. So I hope you enjoyed this family reunion and being reintroduced to your ancestors. And so in here I have the Medu Neter, the glyphs for family, and Ray and union. And that concludes my cultural observation.
What's up, good brother? That was great, brother. I didn't even realize that. There's so many music videos and things like when you showed the first of all, let me just say thank you for that great presentation. Thank you for the time. I know the time that it goes in, I know the time that it takes and what goes into creating these presentations, brother. So Tua for that. It's always beautiful to learn alongside you. And I love how you present culture, because it's like we're we're walking this path together, but as babies in this, I remember Saba say, y'all the video guys. I remember when I was presenting and I was getting flagged, but I love that, the connections that you make, because I had no idea about the music with Earth, Wind, and Fire. That was fascinating. The presentation a little while ago, and I love how you are able to connect the dots, brothers, when it comes to art, because it's so the way that our ancestors incorporated everything into Maat is just so beautiful, brother. And getting acquainted with our family, that's what it's about. It's about becoming familiar with our family and the powers that they have, so that we know what our powers are, so that we can learn what our secret powers are. Because I tell people all the time when I'm speaking to just people in general, and learning how to be a teacher, when I'm speaking to people, I tell people all the time that people hate up, they don't hate down, so it has to be something special about us. It has to be something special about the Neteru for them to negate their powers and for them to minimize it and to, basically, lie, basically to just lie. But they're lying about us because they're trying to make us be inferior to them. And that's just not the truth. So Tua for that, brother, because the Neteru are not principles. And it's very, very, very important that we learn about our ancestors and about the Neteru, so that you're right, so that we can learn what our secret powers are. And that's just the bottom line. So when I'm talking to people and I say, what's the reason for like just everything about what they taught us is a lie, and what they teach us and what we know and what we celebrate, like everything can't be inferior, like our knowledge can't be inferior. So Tua for reintroducing us to the Neteru, to our ancestors, good brother. I got to take a 2-minute break real quick, but great presentation, my brother. I love it.
Nini Uk, and I'm just getting started, right? There are so many Neters that we need to learn more about. Nook, you put in the chat, you said you was going to ask Saba for a breakdown on this video synchronicity. Can you tell us more? What were you gonna ask Saba about? Which video synchronicity? So cool. Yeah, I'm excited that some people didn't see that. Big Vape, shout out to you. Somebody else, was there somebody else that had noticed that before that picture? Who was I spending my life with that people were seeing stuff about Earth, Wind, and Fire, and Michael Jackson had these images in there, and nobody told me nothing about Kemet back in this time, and these Neterus about Tehuti. Like, how did people had to know my love for music, art, and culture? And so I did a little research, and John Singleton actually directed this video, Remember the Time, but he doesn't talk about Kemet at all. He doesn't, there's a little cool thing too, that Magic Johnson is in the Remember the Time video. And so I made my own connections. Sometimes I connect dots and it don't make sense to anybody but to myself. And then I was like, once I was having these revelations about what I was discovering, and I was like, is Michael Jackson and Remember the Time, is he talking about Tom Meri? Is he talking about Nile Valley culture? Is he saying Remember the Time? The lyrics are, when we fell in love. Was he talking about us falling in love with Maat? Was he talking about us falling in love with family and the universe and Maat? I was making up all this stuff in my head about this whole video thing and this family reunion thing. So I was like pretty fascinated by it all. Welcome, Minty. Welcome to the panel.
Yeah. Do you remember the time?
Yes. Do you remember, girl?
Yeah, my mom used to make me. She used to pick my hair out, and she used to make me do the Michael Jackson dances. I was a little bit older when that video came out, but I was still accustomed to seeing Michael Jackson and then doing what he was doing. And I do remember that video. It was like a cast. Magic Johnson was on that video. Imad, the model, Imad was on there, and then you had Michael Jackson. But that was a great presentation. HOTEP, everybody.
And then yes, Nook for Nook. Still, you should still ask Saba about the video, because of course, Saba, him and his development and understanding, he's going to be able to bring more than I was able to bring. And definitely someone should ask him about KHONSU and all the Neters that I'm going to be sharing information about. What I know and what Saba knows, two different things. So you should definitely ask him in our family reunion. These are the questions that we should be posing to Saba, and doing our own individual study. And these stories that we read that Atef is sharing with us in his readings. Definitely all of this all works together. We're all one solar system in the house of Aten, and we're all trying to return to source. And so all of this information is significant, and it's integral into us building the new Kemet.
It's very significant because what seems like it's not that big of a deal to me, it's a piece of somebody else's puzzle. And vice versa. Like last night, like yesterday, during the day, you know, when I got up in the morning, I got ready, I was like, okay, what am I gonna do? I just flipped my hair over and then I just started braiding it. And I was like, hey, this looks like the ancestors. So let me just go with it.
Yeah, Saba dropped where he dropped that Ramesses II had 200 wives and 100 children. I was like, woo, this. I was like, yo, what is going on? Like, it's just such beautiful and incredible information. Imagine what a family reunion was like in Kemet, with all these powerful beings being in one space.
I feel like that's what we're recreating. Because all of us are intertwined, all of us are connected. All of us have, like I said, everyone has a little bit, a piece of somebody else's puzzle, just for it to make a little bit more sense.
Yes, so true. And I felt like, I was like, my heart like skipped a beat, and I felt so much joy when Saba in the intro yesterday said, the Matrix tries to eliminate the Neteru, so then we don't have anything to fight with.
To connect.
I was like, oh my God, my presentation is for a purpose, because I had already had my presentation. I already had it. So for all of this to come together in this very weird way is like, it makes sense now.
It makes very much sense. HOTEP, Aten, Tehuti, how are you doing?
HOTEP, I am excellent. That was beautiful. How are you? How are you, great sister Minty HOTEP? How are you feeling?
I'm doing good. I woke up super early this morning. I woke up before the sun, and I've just been going at it. I sent Saba an email, and then I got a visit from my son earlier today. So today's been great. Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful. I know that's always great.
Yeah, those little unexpected visits are just, and we just started building right away. So it's been a great day.
Good, excellent. Yes, to us for coming up on the panel. I'm going to give a hinu to the great brother Menkhu Ara, Meri Maat, for his eye and bringing forth what he does and the way that he loves to do it, which is a beautiful thing. I love how he showed the Neteru words because these planets and these months and the days, everything that we say is Greek, Roman, Nordic, so to again relearn what the names were prior to Greeks, which is the introduction of this false matrix that we exist in, is an extremely important part in coming out of it. And so to our great brother for going through and sharing those, and which is such a very important thing. I love how you also show different names of for what they call Orion or Sahu or Sah. You showed another name for it as well. But the Sah, and who is a Sar, of course, and showing the names of some of the stars that's associated with that. The seven stars. It's a very powerful number. So Tua for showing that, and the centipede too. I love how you brought that forward. and showing how the centipede was a protector of Asar, because the centipedes would protect the actual Karas, the actual Sahu, from creatures that ate it. So that was beautiful that you brought that up, and talking about the centipede festival. Giving honor and adoration to a creature that helps to protect the everlastingness of the body. So that's very powerful. And for, again, showing, you didn't give the source to it, but for showing that from the Neteru class, what if you keep reading, you'll hit that. And I love that you showed that, because that's a very powerful, that was extremely powerful. The I am Orion, I am Asar, I am Osiris, Lord of all. So that was a very powerful thing. And during your presentation, it got me in a creative mood. So I was writing as you were presenting. I don't know what.
Yeah, you dropped a lot of gems in there. Yes,
for sure. So there was definitely some deep magic in it, because I don't know where these things just happen. So depending on the energy, and my hand just started moving, and some things came out. So throughout for your presentation, for bringing that forward, and that was very powerful. And yeah, the remember the times video. It's funny, right? Because prior to coming into any type of consciousness of Ma'at or Kemet, you can see these things, but it not touch your radar. And that's a great representation of just showing, the how the eyes and ears are doors, depending on what you take in. It may not actually enter into your consciousness, and that's so real. So when people see a lot of this information, we don't really connect it, because we don't have nowhere to really connect it to. We don't know that that's us. So we, right. And unless you're, and so it's very it's, what's the word for it? It's extremely, I don't want to use the wrong word, but the fact that we can take in something in different parts of our consciousness in our life is what allows us to be open and receptive to it. It's very magical, right? It's extremely magical to have known something, to have seen something, and to not know it. But when the time is for you, you come into it, and now it's an open gateway for you. And now you pointed out Tehuti, and I'm pretty sure no one done that, showing what's on the walls and the intricate details in it. And no, I didn't see that. I didn't know that part. I didn't slow it down, and because there's a lot of things I came into contact with as well that didn't, at the time, that wasn't on my radar. So that was a very beautiful thing. And there's a lot of very creative people who know and understand. And like you said, and you brought this up in one of your previous presentations as well, and where people will utilize the information, but they'll never talk about it. You'll never see them talking about anything really. They'll say one little small thing, but it doesn't really make any logical sense why the biggest artist of all time has a video like this that's almost 10 minutes long, and no one's who's talked about that. Like where is that video broken down at?
Right.
That's
he
crazy.
Turns into magic in that video. Like he turns into dust.
Yes, I'm sure if everyone goes back and watches that now, we're gonna see so much in that video. And this was the biggest artist ever.
I think it was the biggest video at the time too. I think it was like one of those movie videos. where it was like a whole couple of scenes leading up to the song. And then there was like the song and the whole presentation, and it was like a what's it called? Like a featured presentation video type of thing.
Yeah, it was like a mini like movie documentary thing. And
Yeah. I think it's really great the way that, you know, Hollywood tries to use our ancestors and use like the Kemetic traditions, but the people that are able to let that sink into their subconscious, like it goes somewhere and it gets stored in us. So now it just piques our interest. Like last night, Atef pointed out the tile that my son had made when he was 4 years old. I really didn't have that many Kemetic things around the house. I think I had like some jewelry that I had made, like some scarabs, but I wasn't teaching him that. It was just around. It was sprinkled around, and for him to go into like the art class where he was making those things. And and then I asked him, you know, years later, I was like, what inspired you to do that? And he's like, I don't know. That's just what I wanted to do. And he's doing the Awajit. And I was like, did anybody else do anything like this? Like, no, everybody did their own thing. This is just what I wanted to do. And I'm like, where'd you get that from? He's like, I don't know. Just like I saw it somewhere and I liked it.
Yeah, that's a powerful thing. And I, you know, and Neferkeperet brought something up in the chat too when you were speaking about KHONSU, and that's another so this is a whole synchronicity on KHONSU, because in my my door class, my root class, at the very end I showed how the what they call the oldest attestation of the evil eye being on the door, and that word for door is KHONS, which is the same name for KHONSU. It's KHONSU, which is the double-headed bull gateway to traverse to and from, and that's KHONSU. That's who that is. And so for you know to bring it back here, and then for you to bring it up, you know, because that's the third, when you're 3 months on a YouTube member, your avatar changes. It'll change again in 6 months, and for you to actually point that out, that to be pointed out during this class, you know, there's a lot going on.
I was like, what is this in the chat? How y'all know what I'm finna present? What is
I
this?
had no idea. I saw it. Peace, brother Atef.
I don't know what's going on. Can you help
saw
me?
it, and it was so small, and I couldn't focus and see what it was. And then when you told me, I went to the link, and I was just like, wow.
Yeah,
So,
and then I'm sorry, real quick, I was gonna say, I need Ptah. This is so much hecka, because in my presentation, and I said this yesterday, in a moment in time when we are in complete resonance with source, everything that was our past changes. So now this Michael Jackson video isn't just this Michael Jackson video anymore. It's a video with Tehuti in it. So
right.
I don't even
like,
know.
Okay, so what's next? Because you know what happened when I was timestamping the video with the Egyptian lover. I was at the coffee shop timestamping the Egyptian lover. What was the name of that presentation, Brother Menkhu? That was the presentation that you did. What was the name of that? Was it the ancient?
The new blue.
The new blue ray. Yeah, the new blue ray. So when I was timestamping it, because I had crossed paths with Andre 3000 in the past. So when I was timestamping it, I was putting intention of crossing his path. And I really didn't think that that was a far reach. So, you know, that was where my intention was. And then I come out of the coffee shop, and where my car is parked directly in front of a record store, there's people all outside of the record store, and my car is parked right there, like literally right outside the address where the record store was. And I was like, what's going on here? And they're like, oh, Egyptian lovers, and they're spinning a set. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. So I look in the window, and I see him spinning a live set. And so I go in there, and it's just me, and I'm pretty small, and I'm kind of used to navigating my way through a crowd. So I navigate the record store is packed, and I navigate my way up into to the DJ booth. And I'm just like, I'm looking around, and I'm seeing like who is affiliated with who. Like I could tell the people that he was with versus like the people in the crowd. And you know, I started grooving, bobbing my head, and just being like, oh yeah, I like your jacket. The guy was wearing that jacket with the Akus on it. I think it had like the Akus, and then it had a sob on it. And I was just like, oh, I like your jacket. And he's like, oh, thanks. And I was like, are you a part of Egyptian Lovers crew? And he's like, oh, yeah, that's my boy. I work with him. And I was like, you know, funniest thing, I was just time stamping one of the organization that I'm with is House of Aten. And I would love it if you could give Egyptian Lover one of these cards, because we literally just did a presentation with him involved in it. And he's like, all right, cool, I'll pass it to him. So I had the cards that were on me, I passed them out, and then I went to my car and I got a few more cards, passed them out to the brothers. I didn't get to meet Egyptian Lover, but I got to meet like all of his boys that he was with. And then I like, you know, I got my way around to the back of the DJ booth, you know, because it's just me. And passed out the cards and invited everybody. So hopefully, you know, they'll come across the cards. I didn't see any action in the chat, anybody that was affiliated with them there. But, you know, hopefully somebody will leave a comment or something, and you know, you can hopefully that will get manifested for you, because I know that you were saying I would love to interview you. I would love to sit with you and ask you what you know, and just build with you. So there you go. But now we're on Michael Jackson. So
Yeah, that was extremely powerful magic that happened. And for those who don't, you know, I'll share the screen of the Discord. So how this happened, because I love to show this magic, because it shows that, you know, a lot of people, you know, it's just, when this happens, how is it a coincidence when it happens 8 times a month? Okay, so eventually you're going to have to break that spell and understand that these aren't coincidences when you're aligned in a certain way, and to really slow it down and show and point out the things that are happening, and when you're aligned with these things, and how the path starts to present itself for you, because we are in a matrix. So this is the class that we're speaking about, the new Blu-ray presented by Menkhu Meri Maat. And this was him when he was bringing up Egyptian Lover, right? And he was talking about Egyptian Lover, and he showed a little bit of the interview of him, right? So when was this? This was December 10th, 2023, right? December 10th, 2023, where Menkhu is showing forth and bringing up the name Egyptian Lover into everyone's consciousness. And then what we have, 20 days later, we have Minty HOTEP doing the timestamps for that video, And as she's doing the timestamps for that video, she leaves, and right across the street is his Egyptian lover. Right across the street.
Yeah.
So that's very powerful, right? It's like, what are the chances or the odds of that happening with no one? Did you see a flyer somewhere? Did you see a post?
No.
Right. And we have to put that out there too. This was not no plan. Menkhu Ara, did you know Egyptian Lover was coming to Cali December 30th to do a set right next to where Minty Hotep goes to do the timestamp?
To do my timestamps? No.
Right. So that's very powerful.
And I remember when I drove up, when I parked, I was gonna park on the other side of the street, but for some reason I wanted to face the opposite way, because when I wanted to get in my car, I didn't want to turn around and drive up. I wanted to just get in my car and just drive towards the direction that I was going.
Right. So this is what happens when you keep track and you document, and you're able to see and witness, and you have the uwachet to be able to catch these things, just like how we caught it in this class with KHONSU, and how it's really a connection that's been spanning for a while, right? And then Minty Hotep also wore the lock. If you go to the pod class just last night, you see Minty Hotep wearing the KHONSU lock. So these are things that are very consistent through us who are in this consciousness of Maat, through Saba Tehuti, and it's a very powerful thing. And this is being documented. I want to show that, so because this can be documented in real time on YouTube, and you know, people can deny if they like, but those who really have the eye to see what you're a part of here is something very powerful, and how we are all connected in a very close way, and how we utilize this to bring forth what we have in our minds into this physical reality by understanding how this matrix works. So to our great brother Menkhu Ara Meri Maat for this presentation, for continuing to be exactly who you are, you know, just the verifications that are happening by the Neteru is, man, it's very, I'm very thankful and grateful for this, and everyone is playing their part so beautifully. So and the elevation is amazing, in the way everyone is elevating in the ways that need to be done. So you know, Henu, great brother, Tuat to you as well, Sister Minty Hotep, for your contribution and for your energy as well, because you are clearly one of the ones that are being is one of the catalysts for us to be able to make some of these connections, because you're the one pointing these things out and you're existing in it too. So you play a very important part to connecting a lot of the magic that's happening, sister. And the great brother Tef Rim Maat, his brother is amazing. Next, I see what I see in my head. This brother here, man, he's gonna be, when you say it's too many buttons, he's gonna be looking at a board with about 200 buttons, and
yeah,
I already know. I already know how this is going. So to our great brother as well for everything that you're doing, and what you know, the time you're taking behind the scenes to learn these things, and you know, it's very powerful. So you know, Henu to everyone, the great Saba Tehuti. Oh, there we go. Nukpu is on point. There we go. Hey. He's on point. We gonna have Scribe Ani Ptah Aten Tehuti, brought to you by the great brother Menkhu Ara with DJ Atef Rim Maat. this is just watch and see. So
Your intro,
right.
your intro was very powerful, brother Tough.
Yes.
To our great, thank you to our great sister.
Yeah. So to our Hindu, support the class. The Cash App and the PayPal scrolling across the bottom. For those who may be watching on the TV screen, you can just scan the QR code here, or you're watching on your computer screen, just scan the QR code with your phone. It'll take you directly to the links and help to support what we're doing so we can continue to build the way that we are. So yes, I'll refresh the emails here in a moment and check the support. In the meantime, this was phenomenal. To our great brother.
I have a real quick question. My internet is choppy, so hopefully I don't sound crazy, but Aten Tehuti, are you familiar? I'm just curious. Are you familiar with the statue that Saba mentioned?
Which one?
About KHONSU, the magical KHONSU statue. Are you familiar with that? Or Brother Atef, anybody familiar with that?
I am not, good brother.
Okay.
No,
yeah, I
not unless,
never heard of.
Not unless the Stella. That's definitely one of the depictions of KHONSU. I know there's a Stella, a magical Stella. I'm not sure if he's referring to that or not, but there's so much, and Saba Tehuti throws things out there. So I'm glad you caught that. But no, I'm not directly sure with what he means by that.
And Henu and Hotep to Saba Tehuti, without him, I feel like he's directing all of this heka. So Tua for his protection and his direction.
Yes, absolutely. He is definitely the reason why any of us are here at this moment right now. Definitely because of the great Saba Tehuti and what he's doing and introducing us into part of his consciousness and bringing us along and having us to be a part of him. And Tefrim Kim Maat's the only one who needs to get a Tehuti animal, and we'll all have that.
Or insect.
Right.
I'm telling you, I think I'm gonna start with the scorpion. That circuit energy. I love that. I think I'm gonna start with that. But let me speak a little bit of the synchronicity of the Neteru in general. I don't know if you guys could see this. It's a pretty.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Right, of a par EE. So I have one. This one is about maybe 4 feet tall. It's really big. And I have another one. Yeah, this one is about 4 feet tall, roughly. If I sit it on my shoulder, it's big. I mean, not 4 feet. Yeah, 4. Yeah.
4 feet.
No, about 4 inches. 4 inches.
I was like, you just holding it up like that? It would be 12 feet.
Because the other one is like a foot. It's like he's tall. He's standing up. And when I bought these, it was, I don't know, maybe 7-8 years ago. Way before I bought them. Just speaking of this, the synchronicity of the Neteru. So I bought those. I bought 2. I tried to get them both sitting down, but I got one sitting down and one standing up. The other one is way too big for me to pull down off of my altar, and I put them on an altar. Now I say altar, but I didn't know it was an altar when I made it. I didn't know what the purpose for me getting these two par EEs when I got it, but they've been sitting and above, so I've created an altar years ago before I knew what an altar was, before I knew the importance of it. I was just guided, and I made an altar. It's a shelf on top of, almost behind how your head is, Minty. and there's two of them, one sitting down, one standing up, and I have a plant, and I have some pictures and some different things. I have the Uwajit candle that Menti that you gave me. I put it up there now that I'm aware of it. But when I bought these Par'is, I had no idea the significance and what it would mean to me. And I had no significance in the role that they would play in creating my altar, because they've been there this whole time. They were up there. Even some of the art and the decorations that I purchased for my house, a lot of it was I'll show you. So I have these Akus. I have a bunch of these all around the house.
Are those the organites?
Yes. But when I bought them, I had no idea of the significance that they would play. I was just following my heart. The Neteru were guiding me. But that's what it's about. Just following the breadcrumbs of your life. This is why I say, when I look at my personal life, it's the individual path that I took that led me here. I couldn't have faked it, and I couldn't have done it consciously initially. Now where I'm at, yes, I'm taking conscious steps and purchasing things and doing things consciously. But at the time, I had no idea. So now when I look back, when Saba was teaching on altars, and he did it on the Killer Priest show, and I looked up and I was like, oh, I already have an altar. And they were, the Par'is were there. Like all of the most of the things necessary were already in place, and I had no idea. So I just want to echo what you brothers and sisters were saying about the Neteru and guiding us, and just pointing out the magic and the synchronicities as they happen. Also, I don't know, I shared with a lot of people early on that I had made this Par'i's head, like at the time we called it a Nefertiti head, and I made this craft. It's a piece of leather. I made this when I was about 13 years old, very many years ago, and I don't have anything left from when I was that age, besides besides scars. But I have this, and that's another thing, that when I met Saba, that was always there. The Par'i was very near, and certain things, well, they manifest, they revealed themselves to me. So I'm grateful for where I'm at, and I'm grateful for the Neteru. So Henu to the Neteru, and we're gonna keep on elevating brick by brick, brothers and sisters. So that's what it's about. What he say? If that's 4 feet, then you're a giant. 4 inches. Nah, it's big. It is, and it's heavy. Now it's like 4 inches. But my other one is like a foot. The other one is about a foot, because it's taller than a ruler. Standing up, solid, made out of wood, solid. But yeah, you have to look at your own individual life and see the things that led you to where you're at. Because I'm saying, for me, I wasn't looking for no Tehuti. I wasn't looking for no Maat, no Saba, nothing. I didn't know nothing about a doorway or none of these things, but my subconscious did. My Ba did, my Ka did. My Eve led me where I was supposed to go. So it's important that we purify ourselves and keep ourselves purified in order to be able to stay tuned into the frequency that we have to remain on to continue along on this journey and progress and rise like the Aku. So I just wanted to share that and echo you brothers and sisters sentiment to that.
Yeah, I think it's beautiful because at the end of the experience, it's the little things. It's the little subtle things that mean so much and that give you so much validation that this is what you're sent here to do. And I think it's Saba's intro to his classes, to his pod classes, they're very powerful, and it's very telling of his journey and everything that he's gone through to lead him into this point. And we all embrace each other like a family. It's very inspiring, the things that he's gone through, because I feel like I've been there too, where I've been taken, not at the level that he has, but I've been taken advantage of too. I've left myself open because I've been trusting in people, and I've been disappointed, and I've been hurt, and I've been attacked. And it's the little subtle things that give me the inspiration to keep on going and keep on growing and not change who I am at my core.
Yes, that's extremely important. And it's a lot of it's there to have us to ascend beyond it, but stay true to who you are. Absolutely. Very Nefer. Great words, great brother Atefrim Maat. Yes, it's very beautiful how everyone, our stories and how we got here is all very different, but we are here and doing what we're doing. So I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna show the support that has came through for the House of Aten, and then we'll get ready to close out. All right, so again, houseofaten.org, Cash App, PayPal for those who are watching on the playback. And we'll start with the good brother who is one of the House of Aten members, Ra Minerals, who is Nahum, who sends in 1137 for the Jed. To our good brother, you're a very consistent supporter as well. It was good to have you as a member of the House of Aten. So Tua, for all the support that you provide, and for the Neteru word, the Jed, which is a very powerful word, and it teaches to remain and to stand firm and strong. So to our good brother. All right, next we have we have a message for Atef. It says 222 HOTEP. Welcome back, Atef. No more Isfet music. Maat.
Know what type of time these niggas on now. Treat my body like my phone now. I keep it on now.
Whoa. Yes, to our good brother Nook Poo, for your consistent support as well. And you also sent in this 444 for Hotep Kes Menkhu for the hymn to the Aten Nini Uk. Yes, to our good brother. I know you're very big on tones as well, because you literally speak in Neteru. So if you're talking in Neteru consistently, then that's the highest vibratory conscious tones that we can speak here. So you are absolutely in alignment. So Tua, good brother, for your support. All right, and next we have another good brother who's one of the most consistent supporters for sure for the House of Aten, is Nito Campbell, who sends in $9 for Hotep Fireflame. Yes, to our good brother, this another one who's been extremely consistent from the very beginning, supporting every single class. And it was a specific number, and now it's elevated consistently from what he was previously sending in. So Tua for the elevation as well. I do see that, good brother, and for your consistency and leading by example in that way. All right, next we have another House of Aten member, Eric G. That's it, who sends in 222 for playback.
Don't nobody really want no smoke.
Yes, to our good brother for your support, and we appreciate all support that comes in. So Tua. All right, and next we have another great member of the House of Aten, Ox Effect, who sends in 2172 for your dedication. Tua Nefers. Tef, you're on mute. To our good brother Ox Effect for your consistency, very consistent brother, great supporter on every way. He's also in the Meta class with us every week. He participates in the Maat Wisdom Wednesday classes, and if not, then he gets the recording. And we appreciate you, good brother, and the aku that you provide and that you bring for the House of Aten. All right, and let me double check. Let me see. I think that's everyone. Yes, so that's everyone. House of Aten support Tua Menti Hotep for coming up and supporting us in that way and bringing your presence on the screen. When we post the link, anybody can come up and let your tones be heard, and let the brothers who are presenting or reading or speaking about a particular topic, let them know what you thought. We definitely love the reciprocation of energy as well. So you can also do that. Oh, there's Squano trending in the chat. Peace, good brother. Who says Tua? This is
Did you not receive my monthly membership fee?
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that you received it. I think I sent it on the 6th.
Oh, okay. Yes, let me show that. Let me show that Tua for saying that.
Yes.
You did what?
Nev for Unk.
Definitely meant
beautiful in life. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's from last night. Nev for Unk. Everything is beautiful in life. Never.
Better keep teaching like this. You. The sistrum. I like that the sistrum was in my presentation because Menti Hotep made a sistrum for you all when you came and got your RINs, right? When we were out in LA.
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Just like people that tell you the Egyptians, they're not black. Egypt is in Africa, folks. As long as Egypt is in Africa, then Egyptians are African.
I'm glad you got that. Yeah. That was a great interview. If y'all haven't seen that interview, go watch that. That was a great interview.
Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah, I was seeing that Cat Williams everywhere, and I was just like, what is going on? And then I watched a clip of it, and I was like, okay, he's getting all of this heat because he's out there like not caring about what other people think.
That is all distraction. Well, you don't learn about your culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Now, you know, that type of, I think that interview hit like 27 million views in 3 days. So, you know, that's what people love. You know, you set a fire, people come looking.
Let me tell you something, right? I know we talking about magic and synchronicity. I was at work and I was listening to the interview. It was in my ears. I wasn't watching. I was listening to it, and I had paused it right after he said that about Kemet. I had paused it, and then one of the directors, he called me in his office. He was like, "Yo, you got a minute?" And me and him, we talk music. We talk a lot of different things. So he called me in his office. He was like, "Hey, did you did you see Cat Williams and something?" And I looked at him. I was like, "What? What are you talking about, bro?" And he was like, "Man," he said, "Man, this dude reminds me of you." And I was like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, I'm watching this Cat Williams video, and he reminds me of you." And I was like, "What? I'm not a comedian. Why? What do you mean he reminds me of you?" He was like, "I don't know, but I just had to tell you that. He just reminds me of you." And I was like, "Oh." I said, "Oh, you know what it is, good brother?" He said, "What?" I said, "The truth resonates on a frequency." I said, "So when people tell the truth, that's a particular frequency. It's like tuning into the radio station, listening to the song that you want." I said, because I'm not a comedian. I don't try to be a comedian, but I guess what you're hearing, that when you say that whatever part he was up to in the interview, and it was early. He was listening to it early. And I was up to that part, but it was very, very magical how that happened. And I just thought it was funny, and I just started laughing, and I left his office. But yeah, the truth has a frequency. Everything has a frequency. So that was a synchronicity.
Yeah,
Primordial thought, good brother, welcome.
Hey, peace and love. You know, I'm supposed to be moderating, but I just had to jump on and tell y'all how much I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, Menkhu, for dropping that knowledge, good brother. Just have to hop on, man. I love this energy y'all got going on right now. Just appreciate y'all. And hey, HOTEP, peace and love, man. Just wanted to say hi.
HOTEP, peace and love, brother.
Forget that we the real champions around here.
You know, we the real champions around here. HOTEP, peace and love to you, great brother.
You see, that sounds done.
I don't know nothing about moderating. You got to teach me.
Hey man, I just try to learn from my knee. He don't play no games, man. He don't cut no slack. As soon as you see a little slider SFET, he chopping that off right at the head. 6 knives to the back. You already know.
Hey, but you know what though? The thing about it is that what people don't understand is it really is a frequency. Listen, it's okay for you to ask questions. It really is. There's nothing wrong with you having your disagreements and everything. But number one, he offered you, and we offer people to come on a panel on Sunday. Hey, if you want to come join us on the panel, you could speak freely, agree with us, disagree with us. But when we're trying to learn, you're causing a distraction. You're asking unnecessary questions, and then you're trying to mitigate the route that it actually takes to get a question answered. Like you're coming to a question asking website or place, and then you're not asking questions the right way. So you're causing ISFET because you're going in the store and running out with the stuff. Like you're not trying to check out. You're just trying to come in and just cause confusion. It's ridiculous, man. But as I was watching that, I was remembering where I was at with my knowledge once upon a time, and it reminded me of how grateful that I have to be. I have to be grateful for where I'm at, because when I look at my life, it's before Saba and after Saba. You know, as far as being able to see clear and see things clearly, because man, it really is upsetting that they're playing with us with our knowledge, because it's our knowledge and it's our magic that they're using against us. And I really, really, really don't like bullies. So I really don't like being taken advantage of. I'd rather you put the pistol on me than to dig in my pocket. Like take it from me. Don't like sneak it. Like don't. So hey, if you got it fair and square, okay, it's yours. But don't shake my hand and then stab me in my back. So just go the right way. If you get it that way, then you got it, fair and square. So I just don't like when people try to cheat the process. You can't cheat somebody out the process. And at the House of Aten, we have a process, especially on Saba's platform, in which questions get answered. There's a process that we all have to go through, and so do you. So just show your support, send in your reciprocity, and ask the question that you want answered if you truly want that question answered. Or is your intention just to cause isfet and cause chaos? That's all. So yeah, that's how I got on the panel. Whoever that brother or sister was yesterday that was on the in the chat, that's how I got on the panel. I was asking questions. And then I was invited to the panel, and I was able to ask my question live, and Saba answered it. The same way with all of you, brothers and sisters, we all had to go through the process. So, you know, that's all.
You have to wait your turn. Like, what are those people called? The Karens that are in the line? When you see all these other people waiting in line, and then there's that one person, like, Can you open another register when all the registers are already open, like causing all this isfet? Like, it's just like wait your turn. Like, go through the process, just like everybody else is going through the process. Unless you're not here for that, you're here to cause a disruption.
Absolutely.
And Ani,
That's fact.
that perfect.
Yeah, that's fact. That's why I mentioned the 6 knives to the back from Ani. That's just the 6 knives that's in a pep, right? So when I think about that, I just think, like, you know, he chopping it off right off the bat. Like, he's not playing no games when he see people like that. I'm a firm believer in, you can always tell, like people, they always come to the platform. Well, not even the platform, excuse me. They always come to the chat with those questions or with isfet comments, but I don't see their approach. I don't see the wisdom in them, because your wisdom should be able to echo this piece that you're trying to bring to the table. So if you step into someone's house, then you must abide by the rules. So if that rule is if you have a question, then just send it into the Cash App, even if it's $1. If you're new, Saba will answer it. If you're new, if you're not new, then, you know, he not gonna be like, yo, come on, you know me by now. Don't send the dollar and belittle. But if you're new and you have a disagreement with what's being said, he will always give you that opportunity to be able to find common ground and to bring Maat into the disconnection. So when someone steps onto the chat and they're already just being negative, you can already tell that the wisdom is not in them, even though their intentions may be, their intentions may be right, but that's the illusion. The illusion is that they feel that they're actually doing something honorable, that they're actually doing something that is that's right, and they're trying to free their people and bring this knowledge. But at the same time, how they approach an audience or how they approach the chat is all isfet, because it comes in a negative state of mind. So just that right there tells me that whatever they do believe in, they really necessarily, they technically don't believe it, because their energy that they're bringing is isfet. If I have a disagreement with you, I'm gonna approach you, I'm gonna hear you out, and then I'm gonna abide by your rules because I approached you, and then I'm gonna act according to whatever that is. And they're not doing that. It's just flat out it's fed in the chat. So it's hard to kind of listen to Saba and watch the chat at the same time, right? Because you just feel like your coup is distracted, because there's so many, things going on. And even though our chat is not as these other channels where it's just so much people just pouring in and laughing and all these distractions, ain't nobody paying attention. We don't really have that in the House of Aten. So that's a beautiful thing. So every now and then, every blue moon, you'll see somebody pop their head up, and that's why I said, like, 6 knives to the back. Like, that's what I see what Ani do when he has that opportunity and he sees them. Like, it's just he'll drop the knowledge on them, and then he'll just cut them off right there. So I love things like that. There's no arguing, no going back and forth, so we can hurry up and get back to the class. So I don't know. That's just how I look at it.
Yeah, that's 1000% correct, because I don't just put people in timeout just because they disagree. It's when it becomes disrespectful or distracting is when I then do that. And give people an opportunity, because the disagreement is good. I want you to come in and not know anything about this and then learn something new and enhance your perspective. But there was the last comment was a very disrespectful. It lived for like 0.1 seconds, and then I get it out of here, because disrespect won't be tolerated and distraction won't be tolerated. And yeah, there definitely won't be no going back and forth at all, especially through no typing. That's why I say you can come to the panel. You can come Sunday, come to the panel. You can speak in person, but we're not going to be typing back and forth, because you're not really trying to learn at that point, because the teacher's teaching. Like, you're not going to be in class with the teacher teaching. You're over in the back having a side conversation. You're going to be asked. You're going to be dismissed from the class. Who's ever participating in that, if it was a real live thing in person and not on the internet. So yeah, absolutely. From time to time, it comes in, but I love the new feature, the 24-hour timeout. So I only got to do it one time. I ain't got to do it when it come back in 15 minutes. Nope, 24 hours. You can come back next week. Try again next week. But yeah, that happens. So.
And GoldenEye was telling the brother or the sister where the information they was requesting was located. And on top of that,
people don't want the information if they're asking. And even that question that he asked about, that question that he asked about initially was the very first debate Saba Tehuti had, or whether Neteru existed. So anybody who knows anything about Saba Tehuti can just go to that first debate and watch that. That's more than enough proof to show why the Neteru existed for anybody who asked that. And so when it comes to the chat, that's why I put in there, I asked the brother to stop distracting the chat, because we don't answer those questions. As I said on the panel, we don't answer those types of questions. And if anyone notices, here at the House of Aten, we don't answer no questions. If you have a question about the particular topic that we're talking about, yes, we'll answer that. But anytime someone sends in a question, we send it to Saba Tehuti. We don't answer no questions. It's not because we can't answer. It's because that's what Saba Tehuti has built. He has built that, and he has earned that right to receive all of the questions, because he's the master teacher. We're not here to take anything. We want to give to him. That's the difference between what we do and what everybody else does and just want to take from people. We don't want to take from Saba. We want to give to him. That's why this was even created. That's why this whole thing we see was to be able to give something to Saba Tehuti as much as we can. So yeah, people who come disingenuous like that absolutely do not care about information. That's why personally me, I never go back and forth with anybody on no type of typing thing. Even when I'm on different social media platforms, I'll post comments and different things, and people will want to debate. I ask all of them, I say, Sunday, come to the class on Sunday, come speak to me. I'm not gonna type debate you. Come to the platform on Sunday, and we can just have a conversation. And no one has come. And I've invited many people who want to debate online, but when it comes to, bringing forward, it's always, well, not everybody wants to be seen. Okay, well, have a private conversation with me. Let me see it's you. You can come on screen with no camera, as long as I know it's you prior. But guess what? They don't really want to do that. It's just an excuse and reason. So yeah, people don't want to learn who come in like that. So
and
yeah,
he made it
right.
about the students too. He said, well, it's about the students. Okay, well, the students are here on Sunday, so we invite you. Come show your face. But that's what they want to do, though. They want to throw rocks and hold and hide their hand, hide their face. Nobody wants to show their face, and it's it's just Isfet, man. You know, it truly is, because I don't want to show my face. I don't want to be up here, but not like that. Not like I don't want to be up here for that reason. No, I want to be in this frequency. But when I had the idea of what it was, the truth looked like, I had no idea it was the house of Aten. I had no idea it was Tehuti. I had no idea truth was Maat. But oh, this is what it looks like. Oh, okay, I'm here. I'm on the panel. Primordial, I got on the panel and never left, because that was my true intention, not to cause Isfet. I truly want to know. I really want to learn. Okay, so then this is how you learn. There's a master teacher. He's teaching. And I had plenty of examples to compare prior to. Plenty of good examples in my mind to make the comparison to. And now when I look at it with clear vision, with Heru vision, there is no comparison. So as Ani pointed out, when the master teacher is teaching, I'm quiet. So I just want to learn. So if that whoever that person was, if they truly wanted to learn, because they made it be about the students. Oh, it's I can't ask the student. The teacher has the students where they can't talk, or we don't have a mind of our own or an opinion of our own, and that's just not the case. So you made it about the students. So hey, this is the students' platform. Sunday, House of Aten, come join us. And then it's crickets. It's crickets. No one wants to show their face. It's crickets. So it's just Isfet energy. But you know,
they come to vent. That's all people do.
That's
you can always see the Isfet from within, because they come to vent. They want the audience on whoever's going to hear what they have to say. And we're not even here for that. That's why none of us, we never even, when we're on the pod class, you don't hear none of us teaching.
Yeah.
And I don't like to say anything. I don't care whatever my opinion is on something, because I feel in the presence of Saba, hey, I don't want to be wrong. and the things that I thought I knew, he's correcting those things. So I don't feel like in his presence I can even give well, this is what it is, brother, and all. Like, I can't even do that. I'm here I'm in class, and I'm not here to teach about nothing. And if you got something to say, hey, you own it. It's called the Tehuti podcast for a reason. So you must talk to the man whose name is on the background that you see. We all in here to learn. So that's why I say, like, when every time you hear somebody approach in an argumentative way, I can't help but hear that voice of, I'm in a mope, never get in quarrel with an argumentative man. Those are the people that I refuse to have a conversation with. So I just watch, and I see Ani chop him off, and he'll drop the knowledge and tell you, hey, this is what we about, and then he chop him off. Because we not even here. You're a complete distraction. And we didn't come to invest 11 hours of our time to entertain you.
Right.
We're not here for that. We're not here for that.
Countless, but that's the baseline though. The Isfet is their baseline, because that's all they do is argue and complain and argue and tear each other down. So that's the environment that they come from. So that's what they're accustomed to. So when they get on this frequency, they don't know how to respond, because this isn't what they're after. For real, this isn't the goal. So, House of Aten, come join us.
Hey, I love you. I'm gonna jump back in the chat. Gotta keep my moderator on.
All right, good brother.
Peace and love to all y'all, for sure.
Aten, ancient Tehuti and teachings of Neteru. Back to the source. We the original axemen.
HOTEP, good brother. So yeah, it's and I'll show the support. I'm glad you pointed that out, Minty. Because there was one other one, because most time when I see them, I'll make them unread again so I can go back to them. But those two of them I didn't do that for. So 2F for reminding me.
Yes.
And we will show that, and then we'll close. All right. So
I'll go ahead and let you good brothers close out. I'm gonna jump back in the chat and make some dinner.
Okay, peace and love, HOTEP, Minty.
Yeah, peace, brothers. Yes, that was a great presentation, Brother Menkhu. I look forward to the rest of your studies. I learned a lot today.
Peace and love.
All right. What's up?
Peace, HOTEP.
HOTEP.
All right. Oops. Oh, was you gonna say something, Menkhu? All right.
I just said HOTEP.
Oh, okay. Okay, yes. HOTEP. All right, so here we have from the sister Minty HOTEP, who sent in $2 for her tuition for January. Peace. Yes, this was the wonderful sister that you all just seen on the panel, Minty HOTEP, who is a phenomenal supporter, a great member of the House of Aten, one of the great creatives, very creative with everything that she does. Paintings, jewelry. She does so many creative things, and she definitely is an asset to the House of Aten. So Tua, Minty HOTEP. All right, and we also seen this sister come back to the panel yesterday, who is another wonderful member of the House of Aten. And I always tell the members, sometimes members will have something to take care of outside of what we know, and I always tell them, if you go somewhere, I'm gonna reach out to you, and I'm gonna get you back here. Because this is the environment that where we support each other through all the challenging times that we have out here in the matrix. So to this sister for coming back forward and equaling out her reciprocity for the time that she was gone. And so she sent in $40. So peace and love to Sesh Saeed HOTEP. All right. So yes, that's the support to the great brothers and sisters who continuously support us and walk in Maat on a daily basis, and it's a beautiful thing. So Hinu to the great presenter tonight, Menkhu Ara Meri Maat, for the reunion and reliving the memories, right? Remembering the times of the Neteru. So Tua, for all that you brought forth, and just being a beautiful echo of the Neteru, of the ancient ones, of the Sebait, of the wisdom literature, great brother, and just presenting yourself in the way that you do. So HOTEP to you, great brother. And yeah, we'll if you brothers want to say anything before we close out, and then we'll give our closing words.
Menkhu, right? You got some closing words, good brother?
Peace and love to the chat. Kes, Hinu, Tua to the brothers on the panel. Tua for Minty for coming up and sharing her tones. Tua to Primordial Thought 9 for coming up to the panel. Tua to everyone for all of your support. Hinu, Kes, to our Nefer, leader, guider, holder of wisdom and knowledge and culture, Master Teacher Saba Tehuti, for all that he does for us, for his courage, for his sacrifice, for his dedication, for his love to the Neteru. Yeah, it's just it's mind-blowing to be in this energy and to be going through this transformation and having the opportunity to share my ku, my ba, my ka, and yeah, it's a very powerful time. So it's an honor to lock arms with you brothers. Yeah, it's just amazing. That's what's happening. So Hinu to you, great brothers, for all of your love.
Yes, Henu. Would you brothers like to hear the inspiration that came behind your show, your class?
Most definitely. Yes.
Okay, I'll close out with that, with the what I wrote while the great brother Menkhu Ara was presenting just inspired me. So, all right, let's do that. Some debating whether ETs exist or not. But see, I'm here incarnated through human flesh to show what God looks like. When I whisper one word, it sounds like a humongous roar, hum, traversing through doors as a door unlocked. Don't be shocked, chakras are just a lock in a house of mirrors. Everyone I see is a reflection of me. Eyes bleed through concentrated thought. Focus causes fire, eyeballs, glass magnify, you'll break if I pass. I don't shoot my shot, one to the head through a tiny glass, peep. Holes are portals, I see broken souls, how can the poor toll? He's just she with a broken leg. Why do I have to show you to replace Christ with X? Chromosome, mass, more substance discharged causes electrons to pour out, thoughts, secretion, secrets through my body's organs. I am the instrumental, instruct, mental, prisms, 8-sided like Giza, hidden. My body locked my soul until I broke out that prison and freed myself through sonic rhythm. I am Osiris, the one who has windows for eyelids I see through. Traverse to moons to have meetings with KHONSU. This standard is two-sided, 2 doors to travel through. Conquer evil with 2 names. Sun thought causes moon shinings. It's 2 tiny. Sakim im arit, murder ka'a, semu hatu Neteru per in HOTEP. I have obtained the power to do what pleases my ka. May the hearts of the Neteru lead me. I come forth in peace. HOTEP.
Better keep teaching like this. You yo, don't nobody really want no smoke.
Fire, my brother.
Yeah.
Hotep, Maat. Peace and love. Peace and love to the chat. This was a great show. We're gonna close out as we do with our beautiful affirmation. Great job, Menkhu Ara. It's a beautiful thing to watch the elevation, brother, and to stand alongside you as we traverse this matrix together, great brother. Hotep Maat, peace and love, Ani. We will close with our beautiful affirmation.
That's fire.
From today's teachings, I am Osiris, who has reached his land by rowing, facing the brightening stars of the sky. In the belly of my mother Nut, she conceived me as she wished and bore me according to her heart's desire. I am Anubis on the feast day of the centipede. I am the white bull in the field. It is I, Asar, to whom his father and his mother sealed and dedicated this day. With the great slaughter was made. Geb is my father, Nut is my mother. I am Heru, the firstborn on coronation day. I am Anubis on the day of the centipede. It is I, the Lord of all. I am Asar. Unki and Maat, Un and S, Nintet or Set and Maat, Menhepapet and Maat, Per in Hukui, Per e Kut. I live for Maat. I exist within her. I do not speak in the place of Maat. Every day I advance towards Maat. My being is surrounded in darkness. I come forth as conscious light.
Neb Nefer Unk. Everything is beautiful in life.
those who doubt what this may be, second round, second danger round.
Wow.
For those who think this is not what you saw on the screen, I just want to hear something.
Oh! Wow! Wow!
Well, this is
the real thing.
You know when I the snake rattling?
Yes.
I want to tell you guys something here. Let me see. I'm going to show you the example of the black snake rattling. I don't know if this is
this is really over.
Ooh. I want you to know something. That's not an example. That actually is the one that I'm holding right now. Y'all see anything in front of me with horns?
Yes, yes.
All right, so this is a TEF. This is a TEF right here. Hey, a TEF, how you doing? Show them your beautiful head. There we go.
Some of those horns are epic.
You can see it clear on the screen. Yeah, so this is a TEF.
Yo, let's go.
Shed. Closed my eyes, then I woke up back in my bed. I could see my room as clear as looking through a lens. See, I thought I was awake, so then I tried to move, but my body shocked me like I was plugged in a socket. I started panicking and scrambling within my mental. I thought I died and now my body, I'm forever locked in. I was screaming, help me, someone help me please. But there wasn't any sound making it through my teeth. I could see movement in motion, shadows gather around me. How could I close my eyes already closed. Eating alkaline at this time, fasting reads so shocking. I was stuck in a paralysis, fear had me froze. It's time to shed. It's time to shed. I heard a voice in the back of my head. Rebirth, it's time to shed. It's time to shed. It's time to shed. I heard a voice in the back of my head. Rebirth, it's time to shed. I finally started waking up and coming back. I was in the opposite of state's effect. That's relaxed, I grabbed my phone and started to do research. Knowledge of what happened, I was in a lack. Insidious, the movie came direct to mind. Every time I see this, it was connected to what's not divine. Demons crawling forcefully, holding the body down. Ain't no point in trying to scream, you will not make a sound. Deep within, I knew I made that a reality. The all is mine, I saw it, and so shall it be. I start replacing fear with knowing universe is mental. Talking to my subconscious to wake me up in dreams. Then one day my spirit guides came in so essential. Daylight's astral playing loud in my dream helped to set me free. I'm back in paralysis laying on my couch. But this time I was calm, ready to exit out. It's time to shed. It's time to shed. I heard a voice in the back of my head. Rebirth, it's time to shed. It's time to shed. It's time to shed. I heard a voice in the back of my head. Rebirth, it's time to shed. From what I read, I need to move my arms in front of me. See a rope and pull it, separate and then release. Now I'm out, I see my house is gleaming, I accept it. Looking in the mirror, staring at my car's reflection. I was so ecstatic, flying in every direction. This was months of subconscious reprogramming and redirection. Place my thoughts in my body, wake up, that's what I did. I was reborn from that day so I could start to live. It's time to shed.
You are
It's time to
watching a
shed.
master at work.
I heard a voice in the back of my head. Rebirth, it's time to shed.
Yo, let's go.
There is no spoon.
But I can only show you the door. You're the one that has to walk through it.